Deep in the untamed heart of Michigan, near the shores of the vast and serene Lake St. Clair, lay the small yet vibrant settlement of Grosse, Pointe, a place where history and nature intertwine. Here lived Simonet, a trapper renowned for his exceptional skill and his solitary nature, a man of few words but many talents. His constant companion was his daughter, Archange, a spirited girl with sun-kissed hair and eyes as blue and deep as the lake itself. She moved with a grace born of a childhood spent exploring the woods, her steps light and sure, as if she were part of the forest itself. Her laughter, a sound of pure joy, echoed through the ancient trees, bringing life to the silent woods. Archange was the heart of Simonet's world, his anchor to the warmth of human connection, a bond that kept him grounded. Simonet had taught Archange the ways of the wild, sharing his vast knowledge of the land and its creatures, ensuring she was prepared for anything. She could track a deer with the precision of a seasoned hunter, set traps with deftness and skill, and navigate by the stars, reading the night sky like an ancient map. But Simonet knew the wilderness held secrets best left undisturbed, dangers that lurked in the shadows, ancient legends whispered around campfires, tales of mystery and caution passed down through generations. One crisp autumn day, Simonet and Archange were wandering through the woods when they stumbled upon a young man who was lost and injured. His clothes were torn and he looked exhausted. His name was Pierre, a hunter who had been separated from his party during a sudden storm. He had been wandering for days, trying to find his way back. Archange, with her nurturing spirit, insisted on taking him back to their cabin to tend to his wounds. Simonet agreed, knowing they couldn't leave him in such a state. Pierre spent the next few days recovering under their roof. He was charmed by their simple life, the warmth of their hospitality, and Archange's indomitable spirit. Archange was captivated by his tales of life in the growing city of Detroit, a place bustling with opportunities and new beginnings. Days turned into weeks, and as Pierre's injury healed, he found himself lingering. He was drawn not just to the tranquility of the wilderness, but to Archange's gentle presence. They explored the woods together, sharing laughter, dreams, and stories of their past. Each day brought them closer, their bond growing stronger, as the first snow fell, blanketing the forest in a serene white. Pierre realized he had fallen deeply in love with Archange. The beauty of the winter landscape mirrored his feelings. With a heart full of hope and love, he asked for her hand in marriage. Archange, her eyes sparkling with joy, said yes, knowing their love was as enduring as the wilderness around them. Their happiness was not to last. A shadow fell over the forest, a sense of unease settling over Archange. She began to see things in the woods, fleeting glimpses of movement. One evening, she saw a large, wolf-like creature with glowing eyes. Terrified, Archange fled back to the cabin, her heart pounding rapidly. She told her father, but he dismissed it as a trick of the light. Simonet, though trying to calm his daughter, felt a knot of dread. He had heard the old tales of the Loup-Garou, the werewolf, and couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. Despite the unease that lingered in the air, preparations for the wedding continued with a determined spirit. The villagers were resolute in their efforts to create a joyous occasion. The small cabin buzzed with activity as friends and neighbors arrived to celebrate. Laughter and chatter filled the space, creating a warm and inviting atmosphere despite the underlying tension. Festive music filled the air, momentarily pushing back the encroaching darkness. The melodies seemed to weave a protective barrier around the gathering, offering a brief respite from their worries. But Archange couldn't shake off the feeling of dread, her dreams haunted by glowing eyes. Each night, the visions grew more vivid, leaving her restless and anxious. She confided in Pierre, who tried to reassure her, but felt a shiver of fear himself. He knew the weight of her concerns and the strange occurrences that had been happening. The wedding day arrived, cold and crisp, the ceremony beautiful. Snow blanketed the ground, adding a serene yet eerie touch to the proceedings. But even as they exchanged vows, a sense of foreboding hung heavy in the air. The guests could feel it too, their smiles tinged with unease. Simonet couldn't help but scan the tree line, his hand never far from his hunting knife. He was on high alert, ready to protect his loved ones from any unseen threat that might emerge. The lake held secrets that would soon unravel their lives.